cosplay as well.
There are cosplays here as well. So if you guys like cosplay, oh, there is. I can see one as well.
Oh, she was just behind it. Yep.
So if you guys actually come down here, if you like to cosplay, come down here, cosplay, and take a few photos, because I'm pretty sure you can win. You can win that Argus skin. Now, there is a few more things I want to mention. If you guys look at the venue itself, there are all the teams sitting right in front of the stage. So if you actually come down here, you'll get to see all of these guys with yourself. You get to play with them, maybe take photos with them, you know, hang out with them. And Pseudo, looking at the comments, is there anyone saying anything interesting?
Well, most of them are just getting the answers about why we're having the game and stuff.
Okay.
And so it's fine, yeah.
Some of them are supporting us, some of them are hating us.
Well,
Don't hate us.
It's part and parcel of it all.
Don't hate us, man. But you can see the crowd as well. They're all eagerly waiting to see who's going to win. I actually forgot to take predictions for this match.
Yep, I was about to remind you about that.
So, MYA, Mystic Burden, very, very close. I think when it came to the first match, Louvre SG, Aries saying, even though we asked for predictions, on paper, Aries saying was going to win. This time around, on paper, it's very hard to predict. So it definitely comes down to which team do you like more.
Based on the draft, as far as I remember, I'm going to go with MYA.
MYA.
We talked a little bit about, having the three flickers,
Right.
the slightly more aggressiveness, and I think the crowd is spotting them as well.
Correct.
So.
And the other team had the 3 retributions. So is that what you're going for, KBC?
No, I'm just going to stick with MYA. I
MYA
feel like the game today for Mobile Legends Bang Bang rewards high, fast tempo games.
Right.
So especially in this league, the meta is so fast paced. A single mistake could just end the game over there, and that's what MYA want to pressure Mystic Burden. They want to put up all the aggression, and perhaps just to steal the game instant.
Right. And now I'm actually starting to remember. Mystic Burden was the one with the 2 tanks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is obviously gonna give us a slower pace on the other side, but definitely more defense, more soaking up damage when it comes to Mystic Burden.
More margin for error.
Yeah, more margin. Maybe you can put it that way. If they make errors.
Yeah.
If they make errors, but
well, nobody's perfect in that sense. So I mean, this just helps buffer. If they make any mistakes, should it happen, some positional errors, some timing errors around the side, that will fix it.
Speaking of which, MYA did drafted out Martis, so we already seen a 100% win rate on the last game.
Yeah, just one time, right? Martis was taken once. You can't really call it 100% if it's once. It's like one time win, done.
Somewhat like a threat already.
Yeah.
It feels a bit of a.
But it's definitely something that we're gonna see more. If I'm not mistaken, all right. Fingers crossed. By the end of MPL, Martis will be one of the most contested heroes. Is that what you think as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Would you say that, Sudo?
I think definitely Marcus is going to be as one of the main ones throughout the league. So I think that's going to be important for many teams because the lanes will be added in to make sure that you're either picking it or banning it completely.
Right.
So probably on top with Dakshin as well.
Okay. Alright. Mostly assassins.
One of the 2 latest ones.
Yeah. Okay. So in the meantime, I know that they are taking a little while. We have a few things that we want to show you guys. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a highlight that we want to show you guys in a few seconds.
This was on the previous game.
Matchup. Because again, a lot of you guys couldn't make it here today. So if you didn't, if you're watching live, there is a chance that you missed the first match. There's going to be 3 more matches today. And let's take a look at the previous one, Aries SG versus Louvre SG. It was a clean sweep, 2-0. And this was the first game. We talked about how Louvre SG had a lot of trouble, not protecting, but the tank, the high loss, just getting caught up early in the game. And is there anything for you guys to sum up what happened in the first game of Louvre SG and Aries SG?
I feel like having such a good drafting system, like in the first map or the first round that they played, it could be Louvre SG's taking. You might make a shocker out of it. You could at least get 1 point of it. But seeing how Team TSYN play it, not only just basing on objective-based games, like taking the turrets, taking the objectives from there, but again, going in for the kills when they need to. It's not something that they want, but instead they need it, and they will just go for it, and they execute it well. And you can see that Louvre SG is like in this confined area of space. They are so locked up in their own base, no breathing space. You won't have any extra gold to take. You cannot build your hero kits properly. and you're losing objectives from time to time, and that's where your defense starts to collapse. You cannot do anything really to counter them, and it just fades away.
Is there anything that we can learn from Pseudo over here regarding these two matches, these two games?
Well, I mean, in the last two games that we saw, one, yes, Zayn is a huge powerhouse, and
that is definitely
they have stamped it out. Secondly, is we talked about perhaps maybe having found better placing over the last 3 weeks. We haven't really seen them. Now, moving forward, as we talked about, games going Forrester.
You want to say Faraz?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I realized.
Going a little bit, quicker in the way that they are playing. We saw September games. What's going to happen is the ability for teams to slow it down. Right? Can they do that, or can they keep up to the pace and accelerate it themselves?
Right.
Louvre has not shown this ability, and I think that's the biggest learning point that can be pulled up from this. So if they want to be redeeming themselves in the eyes of the audience, their fans, and the other teams that are here, they need to be able to stabilize.
Yeah, that's right. Now, we talked about both of these games. I think we've had enough talking about these. We really don't have a lot to say. I mean, Aries just saying you mentioned one word, stomp. Louvre SG in those two games. I know it's painful, but it is true.
It's a painful lesson. They still can come back,
exactly.
tomorrow.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Aries just saying winning this match will be playing with the winner of MYA and Mystic Burden.
That is
correct.
Tomorrow,
yes.
Right? Which team is worthy enough to fight Aries just saying?
Well, both of them are certainly worthy because no matter what, if either one of them do win, they will go up ahead. So I think both of them are equally matched. In fact, all 8 teams that are qualifying in the playoffs here are very equally matched when it comes to it. So it's anybody's game. It's all going to come down to who will catch that final hit onto the car.
That is true. KBC, what about you? Who do you want to see against Aries just saying tomorrow?
Oh, it's going to be tough. I mean, having the two teams really competing one another, really, really strong ahead. I can't say it. I'm going to give 50-50 for both of them. For the very first time, a fair amount, and of course, whatever they're doing right now in terms of drafting and execution, this is where it ties down to this very match.
Okay, now let's go down to the loser bracket. In the loser bracket, which team can lose? Louvre SG actually has a better chance to win against MYA or Mystic Burden. They faced both of these teams before. Which one? You have your stats, so to pull them up. Pull them up, your stats. You're the stat man.
Coming out from the pocket like Doraemon.
Let's see.
Louvre SG lost to both of them.
Both of them.
So
it's
point toss.
50-50 again.
50-50.
Okay.
Hey, that would be fair.
Sorry, I'm going to give you more impactful stats with regards to it, but yes, they did lose both games in the regular season, so not exactly a strong indicator as to where Louvre might find a slightly easier.
I think if I want to give an advice to Louvre, stay for this game. Watch the matches right now.
Yeah, there.
Oh, okay. So stay for this game, watch the matches, study their upcoming opponents, which is in the lower brackets, and you'll be more prepared to counter against their moves.
Definitely.
Because, like I said, there's no point taking out pocket strategies anymore, do whatever, just
this
all the cards are out. So this is a good time to okay, I know that either Mystic Burden or MYA or Mysterious Assassins, they will come out this and that, and this is how I want to counter them. So they already have the homework done. And what they need to focus now is, can they adapt to that play style, which is the mid to fast tempo? And if let's say they were still in that confined area, can we turn defense into offense? In a better way.
So yeah, that is going to be, once again, whatever we talk about right now is going to be for tomorrow. Again, it's going to be on Saturday. But
I'm going to turn the question on you right now.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Finally. The question, I better know what the question. Okay. You were, because I've been looking at you. You were thinking for a little while.
I have been. No, I've been really pondering because they have been really closely matched, on paper. Now, you have also been part of the playoffs. Part of the regular season. That's been going out there. You have also interviewed these teams and seen them in the studio.
Interesting interviews with some of them.
What are your thoughts and predictions in this matchup?
In MYA and Mystic Burden, or in general?
In MYA and Mystic
MYA
Burden.
Mystic Burden. Personally, I favor MYA. And I know you guys favored MYA because of the draft. I actually don't prefer MYA because of the draft. I actually prefer Mystic Burdens, which is the two tank.
Oh,
The
okay.
two tank. I know it goes against the meta. It's not as fast paced. You don't have many assassins. I know, but many assassins doesn't necessarily mean you win. If you look at the first game today, when Louvre SG picked up Gushen and Lancelot and Saber, didn't work out. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work out. So Mystic Burden on this game, I'll go with. In general, I'll go with MYA. And the reason I go with MYA is because I like to be Zipper Jet, man. Guy's cool.
Guys, cool.
Guy's cool.
Man's not hot.
Man is kind of hot right now. It is kind of hot here, to be honest with you.
Wait, guys, man's not hot. Okay, you know what? You win, you win.
I am
I'm
staying out of this
It
conversation.
is a confusing conversation. I don't know why it landed to this area, but you did get my answer.
Yep.
I am going with MYA in the long term, Mystic Burden in the short term as of now.
All right. With that in mind, I know we do have 4 matches today, and so all 8 teams will be playing.
Right?
For us, who do you think will make it till the end of this loser bracket?
The end of the loser bracket. Okay, let me see. Let me look at the standings over here. I have to look at the standings. End of the loser bracket. I would go with. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. I would go with either MYA3
Okay.
or Team XT.
So you think they are going to lose their matches and go down into the loser bracket, but still
I
make
would,
it all the way
I would
through?
say they
Okay.
would go to the loser bracket, but they will fight back up to the top. And they will have a chance of going into the grand finals. That's what I think.
Wow.
Because what I believe, right, in my mind, Erija saying will just destroy every team on the top, right? On the top, either two zeros or it will go to 3 matches, but they will still win.
So,
Right?
so
But
you're
then as
saying
soon
that
as
IDNS SG will not make it into the grand finals?
that's what I'm saying. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
He's also saying Tyrants also won't make it in the finals.
That's
They're
what
the
I'm
top
saying.
2 Singaporean teams out there.
Interesting prediction. Very
I dare to
spicy.
say that. I dare to say that. And
Okay.
the reason I say that is because, like I said, I believe in Erija Saints going all the way to the top. But
Okay.
they see even in the top, someone has to lose.
To drop down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then loser bracket will go up.
Yes.
Right? That is where I think one of the bottom teams will come up and fight Erija Saints. That's what I believe.
Supporting the underdogs.
That's a very interesting question. I want to ask it back to you guys because I kind of feel like I was being judged over here for my
I plead the
decision.
4th, and I am not going to answer
No,
that question.
no, you can. Okay,
No.
you don't have to be biased. This is based on what you think as not pseudo, but as someone who has been judging every single game. You watch most of these games.
Yeah, but I've watched every single game, right? I've run all the numbers. I've, did all the research on the teams and their picks and their choices and, everything of that sort. But all the numbers, all on paper, doesn't really matter once they come out here, right? All these numbers were on a previous patch.
Mhm.
We are on a different patch. Marcus is there,
Yep.
is here now.
Things have changed.
Things have changed. So we haven't seen Sayan perform, Jawhead.
Correct.
And so it throws a wrench into the entire plan to make a prediction such as that.
Mhm.
If we're going just based on the data before,
Yep.
the predictions then become Tyrants and
Okay.
IDNS SG.
Singapore fans.
So, are you telling me Tyrants and IDNS SG are going to make it to the top?
No, I think this would be the lower bracket finals.
Okay, that's what you're going to see?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
If it's going on the old stats, we ran through like multiple simulations of how people
Right.
will move throughout. This seemingly was the most likely outcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that the rest of
It's
the
going to
teams
happen, definitely.
cannot change any of that, because if any one
Yeah.
of the predictions changes,
Yeah.
it all goes out.
No, to be honest with you, even with my prediction, it's I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of biased as well. It's because I've been watching some of these teams more
Than the other.
compared to the others. Yeah,
Right.
so I do like some of the teams' play style, and I do know them personally, some of them. So I'm pretty sure even people in the comment when you support your team, it's because you like them more. So this is what I think would happen as a panelist, and also personally as far as.
Yeah.
What about you, KBC? We haven't heard from you.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough, but I'm just gonna reference from what I just said yesterday when we had the rehearsals, when we talk about our studies on
Right.
teams, I'm going to go in with the one who has the most experience in terms of offline events.
Mhm.
So we have MYA, one of the teams that have plenty of experience.
We all know that.
Yeah. We have perhaps Mystic Burden, which have some of the players been into offline events as well. Um, Tyrants and IDNS, correct me if I'm wrong, they haven't been to a Mobile Legends tournament yet, like in an offline event, except for today, but they are experienced in other games as well. So
Maybe in Singapore, I'm not 100%
yeah,
sure.
I'm also not just like.
Are you
really
aware?
Sure.
I don't believe there's anything been on this sort of scale.
Yeah,
Not to this
correct.
scale,
Not
maybe
to this
smaller
scale.
Yeah,
tournaments.
but they do have experience as well. So these are the teams that I'm rooting for, perhaps to be at the lower bracket winners
Right.
to the grand finals.
Okay.
Yeah, the newer
Those are-
teams, I think it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard.
Those are interesting. I think we all had our share of what we think is going to happen in the lower bracket finals. Why don't you tell us in the comments? Pseudo is checking you guys out, and when I mean checking you guys out, literally checking you guys out on
Stalking.
Facebook right now.
Oh.
Is there anyone? Anyone said any predictions? Anyone?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Unfortunately not.
Well, we're waiting. We'll check your comments. Let us know if you support any team. You can be biased if you want. You can be unbiased based on stats, based on personal feelings.
Yep.
If you're best friends with one of the guys over here, why not? Just let us know in the comments. Hashtag which team do you think is going to make it to the lower bracket finals? That was your question, right?
Yep.
That's a very interesting question.
Interesting.
It made me think. Yeah. I think even the players
Really?
themselves, yeah, they are checking. I have no idea what's happening, but they are at the back over there. Hopefully this will get fixed as soon as possible.
4th and 5th placing team
Right.
going against one another.
Yeah.
Very, very close skill gap.
Mm.
And it's going to be that ending or the storyline they
Yeah.
want to see. If MYA or Mysterious Assassins win this game, they get a very sweet revenge,
Yeah.
and they will stay at the upper brackets. While Mystic Bird, on the other hand, if they were to take down Mysterious Assassins, they might be crowned perhaps the new princes of Malaysia.
I think it takes. I don't think just defeating them once.
Okay.
Especially here will necessarily grant them that title.
Yeah,
And
I
YA
don't think
has
so.
held on to their title for quite a while now
Correct.
here. They've also consistently done smaller tournaments and pushed themselves through. So
Correct.
it's going to be a bit. One loss will not necessarily dethrone them.
That's true.
Okay.
You know what? I think everyone watching as well, they're kind of tired of listening to us talking about this match.
Alright.
Since we have a bit of time, why don't we move on to the next match? Talk a little bit about that because that is going to be
Ah.
coming up right after this 2 or 3 games. We have IDNS SG going up against MYA3.
Ooh, the
Again,
brothers.
another Singaporean and Malaysian team going up against each other. And what's interesting is that MYA3 is a sister to MYA.
Oh, the brothers.
Brothers, sisters,
Okay.
whatever you may call them. Tomatoes, tomatoes, man. It's-
Potato.
whatever again you want to call them, all right? What do you think is going to happen there? IDNS SG obviously being the top team when it comes to Singapore, and they proved themselves once again to be very good rivals to Asia SG, you may call them.
Well, what's interesting is that in the regular season,
Okay,
they went 1-1.
against MY3.
Yes.
Okay, which is crazy.
And that was the only time they actually went, equal with the best of 2 series.
Mhm.
So another point of redeeming qualities for them. IDNS actually was taken a little bit, off guard by MYA's reaction, but that also was the peak of what MYA was performing at.
Right.
Sorry, MYA3 was
MY3,
performing.
yeah.
So it's also going to be interesting to see if they can still, bring out that element of surprise, or was it a fluke?
Right. KBC, what about you? What do you think is going to happen? A 1-1 in the regular season, but as Suda mentioned, things have changed.
Yep.
All right. So is that a good thing necessarily for MY3 or a bad thing?
If you were talking about the changes, when you notice that after the Chinese New Year break, they were at a losing streak.
MY3.
Yes, 0-8. Correct me if I'm wrong. They lost all their remaining games.
I believe that is true.
0-6 or 0-8, but they lost their remaining games. They could have games that they could actually won, but they didn't even clinch a single point, which kind of drops them down like, oh, this is the team that we're looking forward. Perhaps this is the team that rise and shine. But because of that break, I think there's a bit of tilting from there. So the team will have to drop down. So if you are talking at this current state of mind, my advice to them is you gotta brush up.
Okay.
Bring back that season, that form that we want to see.
So started strong early on and then
Yeah.
went downhill.
That's true. I do have a question. Unfortunately, I cannot read these names, but we do have a question asking, They want to know who's the best player. So we have gotten some awards from the regular season.
We do
For
have
us.
MVP. MVP would have to be Fredo from the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw him post it as well on his Facebook or something. If you're talking about my own feelings, what I think who is the best player here,
Yeah, who did you vote for the MVP?
I honestly, I want to talk about now, right now.
Right.
Who do I think is the MVP? Because
Okay.
my thoughts have changed since before.
Okay.
It's a hard question. You know what? How about we start with you, KBC?
Come on, man.
I still have to. Okay, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have to go with Fredo, honestly, right now.
Okay.
The reason I go with him is because he's one of the most versatile players I've ever seen. Alright? You give him any role, he'll pick it up,
Correct.
and he'll perform at his best. Which is very rare. Not to say that no one can do it, it's just that, and it's easy for him, you know, it's not like you see him struggle with it.
Yeah.
It's like anything, you give him any role, it's easy. And the reason I think that he's the best player is because usually when I play ranked games, or when I play casual games, I see a lot of players who try to play different roles, act like they can do it, but they fail at it so miserably.
I have interesting stats for you. God, I'm a statistician.
Yeah, you are the stat man over here, man.
Okay, so in the first game, he played Harley. Sorry,
You're
in the
talking about
first-
Fredo?
Fredo. In the first game, he played Angela.
Right?
Yep.
KDA 5-0-10. Okay,
See, am I wrong for picking him?
and then the next game, Fredo plays Jawhead 5-0-10.
Wow.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Zero.
He's even got it calculated down to the numbers, yo. What is this? What is this? And the thing is, these are not heroes where, I mean, like, when usually in a ranked game, right, you play these heroes, usually when you're playing beside assassins and everything, they usually steal, not to say steal, but take all the kills. You necessarily don't have enough damage, but he managed to pick up so many kills, so many assists, and no death. That means he's just flawless. He's the true meaning of Asia Saiyan, you know? When we talk about the way of being flawless, the fact that they don't crack, I think Fredo is a great example of that. And that is my say. I want to know about you. KBC, why don't you start?
Well, I was debating between AirAsia Science Fredo and IDNS LY4.
Triple AY4?
And when we talk about the most valuable player or the MVP, the most valuable player carries the team when the team needed him the most.
Correct. Okay.
I feel like LY4 is the player that the team need him the most, and I rank him as my MVP for the regular season.
Right.
Where I split my MVPs for both finals and regular season. So regular season will be LY4. I think he's the last dying breed of excellent marksmen out there. Rarely people
last
playing.
dying breed.
Technically, he's a
Well,
rare
that's right.
breed already.
In the meta these days, you don't
Yes,
really see
you
much
see
of
a lot of
it.
dying
True.
marksmen already. So he's one of them, and he's the type of player when he carries the marksman position or any position, he is able to carry the team. Non-stop kills all the way.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I
that's
understand
my
mine.
take.
You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you the same question towards the grand finals. See maybe if your MVP has changed by then.
Ah.
So you stick with LY4 so
Or
far.
not regular.
I'm going to go with Fredo. Pseudo, the judging man, the stat man. Drum roll.
Color.
Drum roll. What is it going to be?
It's a bit difficult to make predictions, but
Come on,
No,
you always with that
no,
difficult.
it is difficult because we've only seen two teams play so far.
Yeah.
Now, from these two teams, Fredo has not died,
Yep.
but neither has Pechahan.
Yep.
Okay.
on
He was
both
playing the
games-
Hayabusa and
He was also playing Lancelot.
Lancelot.
So on the Hayabusa, wait, this cannot be. I need to recheck this.
See the stat man. What happened, stat man?
He's giving
What's
you
going
the
on?
most accurate
Okay,
information.
so when he
here.
was Lancelot, he was 309.
Okay.
Lower than Fredo.
Fredo was MVP. Correct me if I'm wrong. With Angela.
I do not
I
remember.
forgot really that part. The first game.
I cannot recall, honestly. If you guys recall, let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Statman, what's going
No,
on?
I
You're
think-
frozen. He's lagging. Sorry, guys. 200 ping over here.
Ice in his veins.
I believe the stats here are wrong. That's why I'm pausing and hesitating to at least say it
Okay,
out.
you know what? I understand that's the case, all right? Before we talk about anything else, I just want to say one thing. We're going to go for a very short break.
Okay.
Pseudo, you take a look at your stats. You take a look at whatever you have to. You think really hard about who do you think should be the MVP. KBC, do you think we deserve a break until we get into
Definitely.
the next game?
Sudo needs to cool down a bit.
Yeah, I need to like get my stats like aligned, and at the same time I need to make sure that all the players have their technical difficulties worked out, right?
Right? Yeah, we gotta make sure because oh, okay. Actually, right now you can see on the camera. I don't know if you guys saw that, but
Yeah.
there were the games. You just saw the ring toss of Harley. We told you. Hopefully later on we'll show you more of these games and activities. Make sure you come down to Wanutama, Malaysia, the shopping mall. Come down here. There's so many people over here watching the next match, which is going to be MYA going up against Mystic Burden. I'm here once again on the panel with KBC, Sudo. My name is Faraz, or you can call me Zain Malik. We're going to go for a very short break. We'll be right back.
Ada 10 minit. Ada yang datang daripada jauh ke? Sejauh mana? Sorang. Dari jauh mana? Apa? Uish, Sarawak. Oh. Okay, all attention to all crew. 4:45 be here. 4:45.
Hey, 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 hey. Check.
Your mic? Yeah. How are you? Good?
Alright, guys, we're gonna play. It's gonna take some time. While this fixes, we're gonna play a game. For us, just came up with a game, and I think it might be fun. We're gonna call up two people on the stage, and it will be fun for us. Talk us through the game. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, please do. Do it. Go pick it. Volunteers. Come on, guys. Oh, woo! Can't give it up for the guys. Come on. This is the Mobile Legends gang. We gotta hype it up. you, Kiana. Okay, we'll be done. What's your name?
Sadie.
Zeri? Zeri, hi. Oh, he can be on your side, actually. Yeah, Zeri, you're on my team. Yeehaw! Sorry. Come on. He's trying his best to like shove it in. Good job, man. I didn't even have to tell him. It's fair. He's so ready, man. Do you see him? You're gonna get the countdown, right? Yeah. You can. Oh, he smiled. He was so tensed up. You sure there's bullets inside? Okay. Set. No. Second, wait, second. What about with Zairi? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. You're going down. You know what? Oh, we can. Of course I can. This. Yeah, let's do this. Whoa! That's it. I. All right. Okay. Come on, Zeri. Aim. Dodge. Aim. That's easy. Hey, 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 hey! Who are you calling a noob? You're a warrior, aren't you? You are. You are. Alright, we'll see about that. You got this right, Harry. You got it. You can do this. Look at me. Look at me. You got this. Alright. At the same time, okay, let's get this. Alright, guys, alright. Let's do this, Whoa! Good job! Give it up to Sammy, ladies and gentlemen! Actually, both of you deserve it. So how about you take? Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Good job. Let's go. Good job, guys.
Everyone to the Mobile Legends Professional League right here at Wanatama, Malaysia. Once again, my name is Faraz, and on the panel we have Pseudo and
Please correct me.
the Evolved Peaches, which is KBC Sensei.
Thank you guys.
All right.
I'm not sure why we have to do the evolved part because it's very weird.
I don't know, because we started with Peaches and then suddenly you appeared on the panel, so we gotta get into that.
I wonder what's the next evolution going to be.
Oh yeah.
I already know.
don't say it. Don't spoil the evolution. All right. You can't do that.
It will be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. Now,
a pleasant one.
I know that you have your stats. You had some issues with your stats. Are they fixed?
I fixed it. I'm keying it in.
Before you do that, I want to talk to the crowd over here. Now, I was playing just now with the crowd. These guys look kind of tired because we had a technical issue, so we do apologize for that. But they're also energetic because we do have MYA going up against Mystic Burden. I'm feeling a little bit sweaty myself because, you know, I'm pumped, yo. I'm pumped. So I'm going to ask all of you guys, whoever's supporting MYA, I want you to shout on my count. 1, 2, 3. KBC, why don't you take Mystic Burden? Come on,
It's gonna be
KBC.
tough. Wait, hold on first. I did say the drafting.
No, not that. No. Hype them, man. I want to see who supports
Okay.
Mystic Burden.
Anyone here? Give it up for Mystic Burden!
That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that.
I like
See,
it.
KBC, you need to evolve more, man. You didn't understand what I'm saying. I need you to evolve over here and adapt.
Sorry. Namaste.
In the meantime, our stat man on the panel has been statting stuff. Statting, is that a word? Statting.
No,
Filling up stats. And
Right, so I can tell you, based on nobody having deaths at this point, Brush played Harley 5010.
5010. Okay.
that's the same as Fredo's. 5010.
In terms
Yes.
of okay.
These guys really are
They're
similar.
Yep. And then Brush had 704.
On
Harley, you made Harley both games. Oh.
704.
that is impressive. That is an impressive
So
Harley
far
right
it's been really good. You see Fredo with 5010. And in the next match it's 208. So also no deaths.
Oh.
You know, that's why I picked Fredo as my MVP.
There's a third one.
Okay, what's the third?
The third one is Benjahan. He made Hayabusa first, 309.
Okay.
Okay.
And then in the second match it was Lancelot, 103. So far these people have the highest KDAs
Because of no deaths.
because of no deaths that's there.
Based on the first 2 games of today. And we only had a total of 2 games anyways.
Exactly.
So-
So leading the pack really with deathless, that's over
Right.
there. I believe if the total kills are added up together, it is going to be Fredo that is at 5, 7.
Yep.
Nope, it is Rush.
It is rush.
It is rush.
And it must be because of how much burst damage the Hardy does. Just going in there, throwing the ring, and then just damaging them with the cards. And the thing is, with Rush, he was just not afraid to go in. Like he was going on the tanks as
He was
well.
tower diving inside
Yeah,
as well.
on the tanks, not just on the switch. He was on the tanks as well, and he had no issue tearing them down.
Yep.
So there's no like surprise there. But me and you said who our MVPs are. I went with Fredo, and you went with
LY for the regular season. Yeah.
So I want you to tell me also, it doesn't matter based on stat, who do you think is the most valuable player? Based on regular season, based on today.
Regular season, I would have gone with Jason Cole from IDNS SG.
He's also very good. A good tank as well.
It was really significant within the first 5 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks. Right.
4 weeks, yeah.
The first 4 weeks when he chose Belmont, he had such a significant impact.
Correct.
However, when the Belmont started to fade away, as did him, but it was such a significant impact that it led him to the top of the table already.
Correct.
And I think, having that influence is key.
Yeah.
WQXP as well for the team has been pretty phenomenal
That's
on
true.
that Harley plays. If you look at some pretty good Harley plays over here, throughout playoffs, there's been really amazing Harley plays coming out from him as well.
That is correct. That is correct. So we know now Jason Cole as your MVP, Fredo as mine, and KBC, you have your LY4, LY4, LY4. I'm not sure in the comments if you guys let us know who your MVP is, but do let us know with a hashtag. Just give us the name, and we'll check it out. We'll give you a shout out. We'll mention your name as well. Let us know in the comments who do you think is the MVP. And we are going to be jumping into the draft very soon. Hopefully the technical issue has been fixed. It's just that I think the drafting actually has been done. We might actually jump
It's
straight.
still following the same
draft.
So we're not showing that again. The game has been remade. We're just going to jump into the game. Until then, I think we've just talked about everything there is with MYA.
It comes down to the
Mystic
execution
Burden.
really.
Yeah.
But
It's just,
Yeah.
and to be honest, usually the thing is when you do draft, you get straight into the game. This time, they've had about 30 to 40 minutes to think about what they're going to do with their draft.
That is very true.
Yeah, so
and there's a factor of that will play
yeah,
into it all.
and but it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing whereas you plan, and then the bad thing is you start to overthink. Wait,
Yeah.
did
What
I
if I do
choose
wrong?
yeah,
Yeah.
did I go with the right thing? Did I go with 3 retribution? Is that right? You
Yeah.
know, so this is something that we have to wait and see what happens in the first game. I'm not sure if it's going to be a quick one or a long one. Honestly, I have no
it sort
idea.
of arcs back to what we were talking before, that as much as the meta is slightly faster as well, the competition that has allowed Marcus, for instance, to be such a predominant showing is
Correct.
also very important to dictate the pace of the game.
That's
and
true.
as such, I think it is going to be a relatively fast game. However, I don't
Not
think
as fast as the first one.
No, the first one was 9 minutes and
35 seconds.
35 seconds. That's right. The second game was 8 minutes 40 seconds.
Are you serious? 8 minutes 40
It was-
seconds?
yeah.
I understand that.
It felt like it was like a 10-minute game
No.
of killing.
Actually,
killing
the
spree.
second one was it was even easier for Urgent Saint to pick it up.
Oh wow.
Well, the thing is that in kills in total, the first game was 19 to 4.
19 to 4,
The
right?
second game was 16 to 1.
And oh my god.
Whee! One kill.
The only one death was Logan on
And the one kill was by Alice. It
That's
was by
right.
Alice,
Yeah.
and you didn't mention it. Alice would be the strong one early game.
Correct.
If they don't pick up on that, then it's just gonna be hell for them, and it turned out to be hell.
It's a nightmare.
It was
It's a
pretty.
buffet, all the dishes like that. Speaking of which, I'm every bit hungry as well.
Actually, yeah, I did. Let me see if I have it. I did bring my own sandwich. It's right under this.
Homemade.
I
Farah's
think I
made.
tried to eat it about 4 times, and then we went
Denied.
to break. Yeah, so
Denied.
this burger is denied. So we got a denied burger over here, but I'm gonna have it maybe when we jump into the game. And actually, since we have time, I want to ask you guys as casters, how's the scene developed so far? So you guys have been to so many tournaments, casting the regular season. What is the biggest change you've seen in the past few months in the Mobile Legends scene?
The number of people.
Oh yeah.
The number of people that have
You don't say.
that
Really?
that play the game, and I think it's not just number, but it's the number in the specific demographics. You see a lot of older players, a lot of younger players coming in. Now, as much as we talk about gaming being, a younger sort of thing to do, you are seeing, parents, adults, aunties,
Yeah.
uncles,
Everyone?
and mind you, grandparents.
And sometimes dogs as well. Like
I'm not sure
I'm
about
not sure about animals.
that.
They could get into it because it's so accessible, you know? You never know. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're right, completely. Like, amount of people that play this game. And it's just easy to get into. Not that the game is easy, the skill cap is pretty damn
Well, the
high.
thing is, everybody has a phone, and everybody can play on a phone. Everybody also has time. This is sort of like, the entryway to Candy Crush Saga. When everybody was playing it, it is crazy. It was dominated across all public transport, and you can do the same thing here as well.
Yeah.
A game can be 8 minutes long.
You know what? Actually, I want to ask you something about this. You
Okay.
said we can play this game anywhere.
That's true.
Where is the time that you spend most while playing Mobile Legends? Where? Like, is it in the train, in your bed? Because, see, with PC gaming, it's in your room, in front of your PC. With mobile gaming, there's so much more opportunities. Some people may even play in the toilet. Like, I know people who do that.
You're speaking about yourself, aren't you?
No.
He's confessing to the world. He's
Talking
playing
about my
with
friends. But I do play in my bed most of the time. Like, when I'm sleeping, or
When you're sleeping.
no, before I go to sleep.
Sleepwalker.
I'm that good, bro. I'm
You're
that
that
good.
good, that
I am
good.
that good, yo. But no, before I go to bed, and usually during rush hour, like when I'm in traffic, I get bored. Play. It's
Cool.
Yeah.
Using public transport, right? Not
Yeah.
driving and playing at the same
How
time.
do I?
Just don't.
See, I
Some
can
people do.
sleep and play, but I cannot do that. Okay.
Yeah,
You know what? We're actually into the game.
Yes, we are finally back into the game. Thank you guys for being so patient, so much for it all. Once again, give your support for MYA versus Mystic Burden.
Finally, in the first game, best of 3 rounds, Mystic Burden will take the red team, while MYA will be at the blue side. And the turtle will spawn at the north side, the top lane as well. Nothing much changes from here. And we can see the whole team just clampering
Well,
around.
it looks like they're trying to go in for a proxy invade back up top there. Karina, in fact, will proxy out the way, which means the first wish will be crashing out. MCP trying to go for the early lead. Does find out in the end there. Hamos find the first one to drop. Hamos is the first one to drop. Marcus gets the kill. And now Nerdas might be the next one, but now flickering away.
And this is where Martis comes in as a very, very strong hero, very high damaging hero. I know a lot of people is complaining that it's a complicated hero to use, but with a team building around their composition, that works really well. And now, look at him, just farming inside, of course, his own lane for the time being to get the buff. But he was really strong in the beginning.
Replay, here we go. I like the figure forward
Yeah.
to make sure you get the kill. The player just so that he's isn't able to get it out there. So it's going to be really good. Marty's getting their first blood, so it's going to be great. Now we are going to see the next one coming up in bottom lane, already being pinged up. Kuja might be the next one to fall. The pullback is good, but will it be enough? Facebook fight was at the end. The last bit does not go down. Kuja survived.
And Mario Facebook has just survived as well with a slither of health. And this is actually very, very nice. Starting both teams really going with the aggression, trying to get the kills, making out the momentum. We did not expect that Mystic Burden thought they're going in for the objectives because they have retributions and stuff, and maybe they want to focus more on the micromanagement of stuff, getting the objectives, getting the farm, stealing the kills, and maybe proxying a bit. But this is a different type. This is like, you know what? Mystic Burden just want to go in. If we get the kill, let's get the kill. Let's fight it out. You want to bring it up here? Let's play rock, paper, scissors, stone together.
Yeah, Facebook finds Zon, but will not be quite a target. It's quite a big panda to take on all by himself. All by himself.
Ooh, it's going to be nice to see what Mystic Burden and MYA have in store. You can see the Grok Wall does survive, and the Lolita
Good trap there.
will be punished.
Really good trap, and they will be able to start on turtle legs. No, in fact, they do find it, and Facebook will still be at the side. Harley has already started there with Karina. We do see that Carrie's waiting by the side there. Grok is there as well to make sure it doesn't get taken. Karina will take it.
Oh, and Amartis finally ending the life of the Panda Warrior Arkai in probably the mid lane when Arkai tried to run away, and it wasn't the case. And we will have another technical pause in the line. But ladies and gentlemen, I just love the action-packed game. I was thinking that Mystic Burden want to play it safely, stick in the lane, proxy a bit, maybe still killing something a bit. But then it feels like Mystic Burden just want to go in for the fight. They just want to go in on the punching and stuff. What do you think about that, Sudo?
I think definitely the aggression has come through. I mean, we're also seeing now that the turtle has been secured by them.
Correct.
Which is such a good, starting off key for them. But can they keep it up? It certainly looks that way. I think I do have the confidence. Marcus did come in with the first blood.
Yes.
They also, managed to now get
down
the
the
secondary kills as well.
Correct.
So, the
I like the
grok
wall.
wall,
Yes,
yeah.
That was from Nenas onto Too Easy for Jet. They managed to just
Correct.
Isolate him out. There was a really good angle to be taken in.
It was a small gap that I thought that Lolita could run away.
No.
Unfortunately,
No.
not the case.
I think there was three of them who ganked on him and
Oh,
then
that is true.
just
There were three of
couldn't
them.
run away. I also like to mention how Kuja was super aggressive onto sorry. Facebook was really aggressive onto Kuja.
Yeah.
With the Harley. Yeah, that was pretty good. I think we might be jumping into the game very soon. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that aggressiveness from Facebook is pretty damn good. Hopefully we'll see more of it.
I think that was less than 5 minutes. We get highlights like around 10 or 20, literally.
Exactly.
Could remember in our brains.
Exactly. And I'm not sure exactly what's happening this time.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
Oh, here we go. We're going back into game. That was a quick one. And that's
Very, very
good.
quick. Shows
Alright.
the production team is doing their very best to fix any technical errors. As you can see, King Z running with the carry. I never thought that he was a carry player. He was more of a Roger player. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
More marksman player, but he has
Ah.
played carry before in the past. That's right.
Okay. Mystic Burden right now just hovering around their own jungle, and you can see that Grok and Lolita, the battle of the tanks, are around top area. Just gonna wait for the next turtle to respawn. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know or are still new, the turtle objective is really important to give you extra gold, extra levels in it.
Oh, does find the sun out there, but unfortunately, all by his lonesome self will not be able to convert that into a kill. We're going to see that the first turret does get destroyed, and that is because of Hellcut is doing that. Now we're going to see the stun of the Kuja will manage to get away, try hacking now.
Oh.
Shadow does throw the ultimate, really good timing, saving his life. But the Grok wall is amazing. Kuja's going to be taken down. Lolita is still out there. Zor's now the next one to get followed down there. The air damage is good. Leonard to be the next one to fall. M1A taking a commanding lead ahead, 5-1.
3 kills in the row, and they will take down a turret, most probably in the middle one. And they are going to win this team fight and team objective. Now, they do let the bottom lane turret to be kind of exposed for all the
Well,
minions on side.
they should be able to go and clean it up
Yep.
just as the minion waves is going to be crashing out there. Let's see this action once again.
I love the fact that the Diggy came out his ultimate while Akai also using his ultimate. So that negates all of the stun, the pushes away, and now they can counter attack against Mystic Burden.
It was also really amazing that Solo stayed alive in
Yes.
that, making sure that he wasn't pushed too far out. He was really low at the end of the fight. Hellcat survives.
I want to see how this Diggy will play more in the team fights. Like, if Akai, he wants to be productive, he needs to come inside the team fight.
Here we go.
And
The
go
turtle
ahead.
does get started. Nenas is spot.
Oh.
Does his spot will get pulled back. But unfortunately, he is still at tank, down to half health already. Diggy uses the ultimate really early, followed by the same combo. The Grok wall is.
You don't love Mobile Legends action.
Well, we're gonna see how your Facebook still goes in here onto Hammers. It looks like one of the fighting one last
Oh!
hit. Does not find the range.
He does
Flickers
flicker.
forward. Does get it as well.
Oh.
And then a force comes out.
Man,
Oh.
I think
You feel the entire crowd really exhale at the same time.
no, I think there's so much action that we need a pause in between.
Yeah,
Just
breather.
sink it in.
Yeah.
I have written exactly what has happened. Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I think was the highlight so far. Right?
Okay.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
No worries.
I think Nenas is pretty good when it comes to the walls,
Correct.
the placement, but somehow it just doesn't work with MYA being so aggressive. Hellkurt not having the most amount of kills. Martis actually takes the most amount of kills,
Okay.
but Hellkurt with the burst damage is crazy.
Yes.
Well, he's setting up the fights for his team.
Exactly.
Martis kind of finish it up.
Finish it up, yeah,
Yes.
with like the whole, I don't know what's that called. Do you guys know that?
No, I
Let's
don't
call
have
it
off the top of my head.
Ashura's Kings whipping to.
Yeah, we'll
Satay
go with that.
everyone
Whipping to satay everyone up.
What?
We'll go with that. Come on, that's the only. Did you suggest that, you think?
No, but I will in 2
Check
minutes
it out,
time.
alright?
But what I do have to say is that they're forcing Diggy to use the quick ultimate,
Correct.
and then following that up by trapping. Just as Diggy's ultimate's about to fall, the Grok wall comes out, and then the initiation comes back
Right.
in. So we are looking at MCBs looking for the bigger team fights to be able to execute it. And the smaller the fights get, the more they tend to lose out. So
Right.
as it drives into the late game, as Grok becomes that much more tankier, we should start to see a little bit more of MCB finding, better fights, more so in their,
It's
in
true,
their
but
favor.
then again, it's the case where I play a lot of Harley, and watching Kuja right now being also aggressive with the Harley. You guys remember that last team fight around the turtle? Kuja went in, then they had to reverse back into their own jungle, and the moment they went back,
And the smaller the fight gets, the more they tend to lose out. So as it drives into the late game, as Grok becomes that
Grok
much more
and
tankier,
Kuja were both punished.
a
Kuja on the
little bit more
Harley.
MCB
So I know as a Harley player, when you play Harley, if you don't farm early, if you don't get kills, later on you're gonna use it. You throw your ring, throw a card, there's no damage. You just finish it.
Like Sudo, you mentioned before, but there's a hero kit in Hardy that you need, a very proper hero kit. If you don't farm that hero kit up, the Hardy is, yeah, it's basically just paper.
Exactly.
Something else.
Literally. Paper shitty paper maybe?
Can also, yeah.
Well, I would say it feels more like paper cuts, right? It sort of hurts, but in reality,
When you suggest something, we'll take it. You still haven't suggested anything for artists. Okay? So,
There's skill for the hero kit, guys.
one last thing I wanna check. That last part before we went into a pause, basically it was under the turret. Now I'm not sure if that was a lag or if he intentionally
no,
went
he
there for a kill.
also flickered forward.
So he intentionally went in. Do you think he's gonna get that kill? I think he's gonna be able to get it.
He is going to get
But
the
is
kill.
he gonna die taking that kill?
I believe that will also be the case, yeah.
It could be a trick kill. It's more of like picking up the team and still to the person that damaged him. If I'm not mistaken.
There were two people there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think potentially the final kill might come as a 1-to-1. Well, the first kill is called Assurance Aura.
I will go and vote you but just change the name. Just say playoffs and watching how many kills Martis has picked up. Doesn't matter if he stole the kills, if he last hit the kills, he's a strong hero. So, do you guys think he will be the most contested? You already said he's going to be beside Lancelot and everyone else. What do you think, Abe?
I think so, and he might be the most banned hero out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not yet because people
Correct.
still don't realize that.
Don't know how to counter him.
After watching Erasure Saiyan and
Correct.
also watching these games, maybe by tomorrow we'll see more bans of Mortis.
Yeah. And he's gonna be one of those annoying heroes out there. You only have like 4 bans out there. You can only ban like maybe Johnson, the most annoying tank right now. Gusan,
Also, you
Lancelot.
stuck with your Gusan?
Yes, I'm gonna stick with Gusan
Sounds
all the
like
way.
croissant, man. What you're saying?
Never mind, I'm feeling
I
a bit
do
hungry
need a
too.
croissant right now.
He's speaking a little bit French.
A little bit of French, croissant.
I don't know why
The eye
he
is
did that,
silent.
That's not what French people do, dude.
No, I did this. I was like counting money. I don't know what that was. I apologize.
Oh,
These guys are
man.
making fun of me. But yeah, you have another pick. Another ban out, and
And we are back into game.
and that was the trade kill coming in on board.
That indeed was the trade kill. And just a quick comeback.
It's alright.
Really, they're
And
toying,
we're back from the break.
they're toying with our feelings at this point.
Yeah, I think the reason they showed that part is because we were talking about it.
And
we
you
were
wanna
like,
see
what's
who we
gonna
kill,
happen,
yeah.
right?
So we just talk about like who's gonna destroy the core.
Yeah.
We jump to that.
To be
part.
continued. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I think everyone would hate us if that happens. To be continued, like
No,
everyone
they
here.
will have to show us till it reaches that point.
The
There are-
shortest cliffhanger.
I swear there are people watching me right now from this side that want to come here and strangle me. They're like, as far as show us the game.
No worries.
I don't want to see you anymore.
And speaking of which, you only have the last ban, which either you want to ban out
So
Halkett,
you went with Johnson. You went with your
Lancelot.
croissant. Yeah.
Guisan,
Yeah.
okay, and of course the last ban you want to do onto Martis, onto Halkett, perhaps a respected ban like
Yeah.
Fanny,
Yeah.
you know, you can see what you can do from there. So it will leave out that Martis could be the one that the teams would like to get in their first pick.
Right. And we talk about all these bans being general, like you ban these because they're in the meta, they're used all the time, and they're strong. Is there any player in the finals, or in the top 8 teams, that is so good at one hero that every team would just ban him straight away? Doesn't matter
Out of
if he's in
respect.
out of respect.
Wow, this would be tough. It always comes down to the second game. The second game and the first game. Say for example,
Not even about the second game, just in respect, like
In
he's
respect.
just so good at that hero that everyone just bans him straight off.
Zorn's Fanny, that's
Okay.
one of them.
Which we did talk about that.
I think it's a combination, right? So you have, first and foremost, whether it's the meta bans, right? So
Okay.
if it's strong within that period, and if you happen to be good as well. So it's a combination factor that's there. Because you can look at Johnson is really strong, and Hawkeye is such a good Johnson
Yes,
player.
but they still let you out.
But
yeah.
But but that doesn't necessarily mean that he will be banned 100% of the
Correct.
time. Now, I don't believe there's any top global Martis nor Lancelot players.
I don't think in as of now.
Yeah.
As of now,
Or maybe they haven't showed it off yet on their Facebook or Instagram, and we haven't seen it.
I think we have data mined and
Yeah.
everything out of it. So I don't think so. There's been one absolute one, but there's some that definitely comes close.
Of course.
Correct.
Speaking of Johnson, I played Johnson. I suck at it. Alright, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know how to drive. I really fail at driving with Johnson.
You gotta learn it from Grab.
Can
That's how
anyone?
you
I want to know.
connect.
I want to know if anyone can hear me right now, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think they can. Is there any Johnson?
everyone is
Is
like
there any
laughing at you
Johnson
right now.
mains over here? Any Johnson mains? No Johnson mains?
Just us Hawkeye.
Just us.
That's not high.
What about you guys over there? Any Johnson mains watching this in the comments? Let me know, because I do want to learn from you guys. Every time I go, I just get the turrets, or I fail miserably, and my team hates me for it.
You gotta be smart on using it. Even though you're not a very good Johnson player, but you still can be a productive one. You can go for short trips, perhaps. Don't,
Short trips. That's just a way to say that.
yeah, just go one long
just a
way.
single lane.
Yeah, just a safe lane ahead.
Right. So or that, or just traverse through the
Correct.
But then you don't. I mean, maybe in casual games, yes, you do have that Johnson Odette combo, but you don't see that in these kind of games anymore, right?
Well, there's a lot of combinations that you can be doing. It doesn't necessarily just have to be.
What's the best one? I know that one of the most popular is Johnson Odette, because you just go in, ulti, done.
It could be a very high damaging.
You can also very easily do Johnson Aurora for the same effect.
Right,
You
yes.
lock them into place if you are able to crash into them. You also can do that with high loss as well. All of a sudden, 2 tanks appears.
Correct.
yeah.
Or Archive
right
as well
there.
to push them out.
Yep. You can also
Yeah.
do the same with Lancelot.
Yeah, Lancelot just going in and
Dashing
slashing
in,
it.
slice and dicing.
So there's a very combinations of whether you want more crowd control, how bursty you want to be, and whether
What's
you
your
have the
goal?
team's
Yeah.
follow up is going to be there, because if it's just the 2 of you guys, then you need obviously damage.
Yeah.
So imagine having like a Hellcat fully stacked, riding on a Johnson, and then instantly burst
damage, yeah.
So that's also certainly a possibility, but executing it not
Not
easy.
that easy. No, definitely not.
Yeah, you can even see some Johnsons that when they know that one lane is already broken and they know their team fight is running, let's say in the top lane or the mid lane, then Johnson can bring somebody very, very strong in terms of damage, drive all the way into the base, end the game, checkmate.
You mean like split pushing or just
No, just straight away and into the
Just straight away
Yeah,
and
just
into
come
the-
both of them, just go inside the base, the main turret, smash a bit, GG.
I think that's the plus side of Johnson, But it's only a matter of time where you see that even Johnson is not picked anymore. It's always like that, It's there's a lot of heroes that come and go.
Correct.
They're strong, and then as the meta changes, as there are more updates, more
They'll go
balancing,
down.
they'll go down. But there are some heroes that actually stay from the beginning until the end. Like they still stay strong.
Chow, one of them.
Chow is one of them. I think Chow is a lot of people love Chow.
Yep.
Lancelot, well, I'm not. I don't want to say from the beginning, but he's been there for a long time when it comes to like being strong. Not to say he's an old hero, but he people have been using like in almost every game you do see a Lancelot. A lot of people are good at him. Do you agree with me?
I would have to say, I think you know, if you look at like legacy terms, marksmen are definitely up there. So you have people like Moskov, for instance. It has been there, you know, from the very beginning. Was really strong, has fallen away. Now we are seeing the rise coming back with Moskov and the tweaks that come to him. So yeah,
We do see more often, don't we?
yes, definitely after the recent patches, yes.
Correct. Okay, man, what is going on here?
I have no idea, but again, if you guys are watching this live and you know what, Summer is just a few km away, why not just drop by here live, because there's tons of activities right here.
Actually, you know, KBC, I want to say something about that. That is true. If you're a few kilometers away, you can come down. But I know how passionate gamers can be.
Okay.
I have been to events where, for example, we're in KL, and people come all the way from Penang, all the way from, you know, Kuantan. They come from anywhere in Malaysia. They actually get a bus or something. They come down here, and it's just all about how passionate you are. So if you're passionate, don't be like Pseudo. If you're passionate,
Wow.
make sure you come down here.
Boom.
You come down here.
Push you.
Alright?
Flying over there.
It's alright. Come on, Pseudo. I have to make fun of someone.
Technically.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
I want to just talk about this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Like the chat is saying, right?
Yeah.
That the middle one is really annoying with the two of you. No, I'm actually not.
The center guy is this
I'm actually not. I wish I could turn on my screen and show you guys what's going there. I just have like
Yeah.
sheets of data that I'm looking through.
The stats. You're the stat man.
I'm the stat man. I'm looking through there. And what's interesting is that from all this analysis that I have been doing while you guys have been talking and listening and participating,
And
goal, the goal difference between the first match between TSYN and Louvre, the first one was 17,208.
70,208. Okay.
Was the goal difference? That's how far they were ahead.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot.
Above 10k at least.
Yeah.
That is
So
a
the
lot.
total
And
the total goal for TSYN was 35,000. The total goal for Louvre was 18,000.
And to consider that was a 9-minute game.
That was 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
Second game.
The second game, TSYN was 31,165. Louvre was 14,353 for a difference of 16,812.
Wow.
So they effectively managed to still reach about the same goal difference
In a minute less.
slightly under a minute.
Looking at that, the production from the teams itself is so overwhelming. Until even the opponent team couldn't do much.
Yeah, I mean, it's really staggering to see how well they actually managed to do this. You know, they reduced the amount of deaths that they had more goal overall.
More kills.
No, less kills in fact.
Wait, less kills
They
than
managed to
Louvre?
do it in less kills.
Oh, compared second game compared.
So this just means that the objective taking, the ambient goal that they are receiving as well, is just that much better. So if you talk about them stepping it up and making it even more perfect, they are definitely proving it.
So taking out the turtle, yeah, you mentioned how important that is. Or going into lane,
Spinning the enemy's creeps.
everything, like
The
focusing
profiting
on
away, you know, denying enemy creeps, making sure that they crab so that you are getting the coin buff is being taken. And this one's been sort of like sitting in my head. I've been thinking, how smooth is this? Like,
that is very smooth.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we talked about. I mean, the more time we have to think about all this stuff, you are right. Like, not only did they do what they do in the regular season, they perfected their craft, which is
it's definitely on the road to the perfection.
yeah,
So
it's like you know, you are already like Gordon Ramsay at cooking, but then you go even a level higher than that, and then just show everyone.
Gordon Ramsay, perhaps, because it's AA, Air Asia, Air Gordon.
Okay, why not KBC? We'll go with whatever you want. Since we went with that satay thing, we'll stick with this as well.
Okay.
We are gonna go for a very short break. Again, I do have to apologize for that. We promise we will be back for the match of MYA and Mystic Verdant. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. going to be another match for the Mobile Legends Professional League here with MYA. Mysterious Assassins going up against the Mystic Burdens. Now, once again, I'm here on the panel with Sudo and KBC. We did kind of switch up for a little while with Adam and Ikuto there, because you know we were kind of wanting to talk about the games as well, and because it took a while, we decided to talk to Adam and Ikuto, but I didn't get a chance to ask them who they think is going to win. Do you guys have any idea?
Oh, I spoke to them and they both believe the MYA is going to win.
MYA is going to win.
They both believe the MYA draft is also up there.
Okay, alright, that's interesting. So both the Malay casters on the other side think that MYA is going to win. Here, you both said MYA as well.
In terms of drafting.
Right? I did say that Mystic Burden is going to be my choice, but we are getting back into the game, so since we do that, let's see what happens.
Let's go!
3,
boss is
2.
going through.
I love the countdown.
Fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed for the very best.
Oh, you can see that the Harley managed to take down one of the players, and that's another technical pause.
And we're back again, yo! I think this time we kind of killed the record. We came back in half a second. We did it. We're back. I think you guys just missed me so much. You were like, Forrest, I can't do it without you. Right, Sudo?
I think it's because I'm also trying to look based on the faces of the players that's there.
Who looks more pissed off?
No, whose side is it coming from?
I have no idea. I can't tell. Honestly, I can't tell.
It seems like it's gonna be MYA side because the marshals will
This
decide.
time it looks like it's on MYA
Yeah.
side.
Honestly, I don't know. I tried to talk to the guys, see what the technical issue is. I know that there's a lot of people trying to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, though. So we have to wait and see. But you said that you wanted to talk about something. You had some stuff that you wanted to talk about. I did ask you for some, conversation topics because, again, we are here on the panel. I know that a lot of you guys watching right now, 2.5 of you, you wanted to talk about stuff. So,
Who's the half person?
I forgot the K. Alright? I don't have to say the whole thing, yo.
Oh man.
2.5 of
2.5 of you. But you wanted to talk about some stuff, so.
No, so we did come up with a couple of topics, so way beforehand to ever bring up if that was the case. Now, some of them involve directly the game, and so these are tips and tricks to help out casual players, itemizations, options, etc.
Like me, players like me.
Right? Like all of us, really.
Okay.
The second one is also a little bit more of like advanced tactics, like explaining what the pro players are doing, things like proxy, why do you do that, how do you slow push waves, how do you do proper lord base.
Okay.
Right. And then we also have community-based topics that we talked about. So, for us, what are you interested in?
Okay. I want to talk about how actually tips and tricks for casual players. I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
And so, are we asking me or are we?
No. So I'll introduce the topic. It sounds like my other job.
Yeah, just you're the stat man.
This sounds like my podcast.
It's alright, just do it, man.
Alright,
You're the
so
stat man
the
anyways.
topic is going to be lane control. So
Alright.
in lanes, we have range minions and we have melee minions.
Right?
Right? Now, melee minions deal less damage than range minions.
Of course.
Right?
But then range minions are,
Right, because they're also a little bit squishier behind us, so that's how they're balanced out. Now, if this two waves were to crash to each other, in fact, we're going to go into games, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Like, the game doesn't want me to talk, so they're going to be able to do that.
To be continued, Mr. Sudo, right? In
Oh, it looks like he will not be able to do it in the end. The ultimate does get thrown out there, so he will be able to steal it away. Shadow on the last minute there will get taken out. Good dodge, unfortunately not quite enough. Ashi will still get the kill on that landslot. Pushing him slightly further ahead. 2-0-0 right now, and the turret as well. Mystic Bird is starting to bite back 8-4.
I like how the dodging move from the Diggy.
Nice shoot. It's really good,
yeah,
Juke.
that was actually really nice, but it's a bit too late. And leading to 7 minutes right now, we have MYA having a 3,000 gold lead.
Be careful up top. We're going to see that that could be the next turret, but barely escaping, and the Solos just blink forward. Make sure he is alive, because all that compounding damage would have meant that the end of his life. Back up top, we also are going to see that the power does get removed. Zon will try to deter them for the next turret. Kings is just jump forward, but Lolita now will stun them away. Helkin gets the kill in the end, and now it will be another one. That is 2 kills moving for Helkin, and he will be able to assist. So that is 4, 1, and 3, 5,500 gold ahead. Making sure that the Mysterious Assassins, that's right, are 4,000 gold ahead, and I'm quite saying it's worth it. 1 versus 2, will he be able to survive? Diggy does jump forward, Facebook does dodge it away, but unfortunately not enough. Will be able to pull through in the end. Lancelot does escape it. One final hit. Diggy will sweep it up.
This is what MYA wants. They want the kills. They want to get the farms from the kills, and perhaps in the later game onwards, they will go and hunt down for objectives. The high-paced tempo game from both teams, they're just clicking in right now. Unfortunately, Mystic Burden right here, they are not feeling that part. They kind of like, I want to go in for the kills as well, which they should have focused on their blueprint. They should have went for objectives. They should have went for the jungle creeps, like what they were planning in the start of the game, including the spells that they have. But it's not working that well. And now at 8 minutes and 41 seconds, Mysterious Assassins sticking to that, and the Martyrs managed to connect with everyone, and the rest of MYA trying to support with one another, and
Well,
that
looks like they are. This is what we talk about a Lord main right here. Just making sure that Lord is activated so that the ambient sound is released to signify that Lord has been starting, pulling them across. The Mysterious Assassins has done a wonderful job of making sure that the lanes are pushed out. This is partly towards how Shadow has been playing on Jiggy. Being able to trap people in, as Helkin is able to go out and deal the final bits of damage.
Words, but I couldn't. I was running out of words to say. Yeah, that's it for me. I think MY definitely showed a good game over there.
Ozudo is doing these stats stuff. Want to think about the emotional part of the aspect, like in theory-wise.
Yes.
What if the teams of Mystic Burden are feeling tired?
I would have to say, well, tired is one emotion that we can be feeling. There's a lot more other emotions, right? As we know that as an audience, as casters and everybody else that's there, technical delays, throws people off the changes. There's time that's being developed that's here. How much of that was the factor of like I just want to get this game done with because
Over
I
with,
want to
yep.
get
Start
into the
new.
next game.
Yes.
Start that fresh. You want that momentum to get kills, to developing the game to be there. And I think that's one of the primary concerns that it might change up everything in game two.
But we are thankful that this was game one.
Yeah.
Because if it was game two, it could have changed up a whole lot of things.
a lot of
Going
things,
down to the lower brackets, that would have really changed a lot of things. But right now,
I know. I was thinking like my theory was like if MYA they are the much more experienced team comparing to Mystic Burden's members, they could still withstand this pressure, withstand the tiredness, and they extend more as a victor from there.
Well, here we are in the draft of game two.
maybe this time around, Pseudo and KBC will see that Mystic Burden can come back and maybe prove us that.
I definitely think they can.
Definitely.
We saw the fight,
Was
coming
good.
to them. They weren't all that far away. At the same time, MYA was, if I could say, being cocky, overextending,
Correct.
reaching further than they should have.
That is
And I
correct.
think that was very punishable. Angela and Fanny very quickly being removed
I
here.
think, if I remember correctly, Statman, Angela and Fanny were banned the first game as well.
It was Angela and Fanny, but on different teams.
Different-
MYA
Oh, okay.
banned Fanny, MCB banned
Yeah,
Angela.
but both still banned. So
No,
we
wait,
still,
the exact same ban? That's true. That's true.
Exact-
Oh.
Now, if you're going to be following, Gushan should be the next ban,
and
then followed by
Chow. But I'm not sure. Maybe there's gonna be a respect. Okay, Gushan goes
Gushan,
goes
is that
through.
So it's still the
Croissant.
same.
Croissant goes through. Croissant.
Guishan.
Croissant.
Guishan.
Croissant.
Guishan.
Okay, one last one. Come on, is it gonna be Chow or MYA is gonna respect something out of Mystic
Because,
Burden's
yeah,
draft?
Mystic Burden might just take a child. Oh, look, I like the hub. no, it's that.
Oh,
In fact, it
it's
is
a
going to be
Shao.
Shao.
So the same bands as the
I
old
think
the
we might
first game.
want to play the same sort of competition again,
Oh.
saying that, that sort of happened, we still want to come it out. This time, MCB says, I want Martins.
Yes.
Like we talked about this, Martis is going to be the most contested. Like everyone's seeing the power, the potential, the capabilities of
Correct.
Martis. Again, I discussed it with you guys, not just because he's good solo. When he's round up with the right team, right
Yes.
formation, when he uses his saute, cutting thing, it's just powerful, too powerful to go against.
And the scary part is not many people know how to counter him yet.
Yeah.
So if he's being contested and people want him and the other team are like, okay, what am I supposed to do? How do I counter this fella up here?
It's pretty damn new, so you got to be careful. If you're going up against a Martis, we have to wait and see if MYA will be able to respond to that.
And MYA will go in with the Lancelot and Helka pick. Very, very good picks in my opinion. You have the slicing and dicing. Silverhead Prince.
Silverhead
Knight. Yeah, and of course the
a lot
Helka.
of burst, yeah, a lot of burst from the Helker. Helker has been a really good pick, I think. Not the most amount of kills in all of these games. It's not really focused on the kills. It's more focused on helping the team tearing down the enemies.
And Lancelot will finish him up.
Yes,
something
exactly.
Like
So they just come in with the burst damage. A lot of the ultimate as well really helps a lot. When you're trying to control the other team. And we have to wait and see if that really works against the draft of Mystic Burden. Mystic Burden picking up a Cyclops and a Diggy.
They want to negate all those crowd control skills
Yeah.
and ultimate. And you can see already MYA going in with Lolita and Hylos. I'm not sure that Lolita will work well with Mystic Burden's Diggy because that kind of negates
Yeah,
the effect.
correct. But again, it's still hovered over. We still don't. Okay, it is.
And
It
we
is
see
taken.
Rafaela, first appearance in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Rafaela isn't really a shock to see.
What about a Rafaela MM?
Oh, hey.
No, not happening.
Hey,
Definitely not happening.
Teasing her.
I definitely think Rafaela is a good pickup for them. They do want to respond to Diggy over there. Once again, they opted to go in for the double assassin competition,
Correct.
stealing away Lancelot and Helka this time around, allowing once again for the combination of Martis and Diggy. And I think that's another shame of the evolution that's not been taken. So they are forced to take Rafaela to sustain themselves within the fight.
Right. And we saw that.
Wow, fast
Oh.
Lapu Lapu. Very fast Lapu Lapu.
And we still see that they're trying to take this. Okay, no, the spells are different this time around.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Facebook Lapu Lapu, at least top global.
I'm not sure if he's
He's really good at it. I forgot.
Yeah.
So we can see the final lineup for Mystic Burden. We have Cyclops, Hylos, Carrie, Diggy, and Martis, the Ashura King. While Mysterious Assassins, will they get
the second game in their hands and end this series. We have, I forgot who's the lineup already. Rafaela is the first one.
I wanna ask you guys one thing. This time around, Nenas is picking the Hylos instead of the Grok. However, the Grok was not an issue in the last game. It wasn't the biggest problem.
Well,
so
I think if you want to be looking at in terms of what can be expected from a high loss to a Grok that's
It's different,
in the round, is that one is trying to stop an entryway from people coming in. High loss is trying to go into the team fight. So what we're looking at here is MCP looking for a better engage. Cyclops can throw off the lockdown. Now Diggy can save them in, and Martis can be there as well. So here we go. Gonna see one more time. Mystic Burden, this time on the blue side, going up against the person that's got 1 point right now. It is MYA.
And the turtle will spawn at the north side, aka top side. My favorite spot again, Sudo. My favorite spot. I don't know why, but it feels like a best spot to have that turtle. Oh, you know, a lot over there.
The best spot, yeah.
My favorite in my opinion. And you can see the matchups going in. It's gonna be a 2-1. What? Perhaps so 2-1-2 lineup. And we talk about the strat of the 2-1-2 lineup. Very mobile, very fast paced, you know, able to transition from lane to lane to back them up and to get kills instantly from this angle. You can see Kuja with that Cyclops in the middle because the rest of the Mystic Burden members just melting down the jungle creeps to get the extra XP. And note to that is somewhat similar to One Link's experience, correct me if I'm wrong.
That is right. Right, that is absolutely right. Here we're going to see that Nana and Facebook are back up top, and they will be able to, you know, sustain themselves within lane just for a little bit, but they will end up falling onto the aggression if they are a little bit too far out.
Ouch, ouch, itchy, ouch. There is the technical pause again.
all right, so we are back here again, and I was talking to TCI, the god,
Wow, okay.
I believe he has not kept up to his promises.
Have we not, like, you know, sacrificed enough?
I don't think so. I think
He's a hungry god.
I
yeah.
think if you go vegetarian, maybe 1 year, then perhaps.
Yeah,
We don't have time, man. This has to end in 2 days. We have today, tomorrow, and Sunday. We don't have time for
Hey.
1 year.
Big contract.
I don't.
Alright, so
I'll talk to him
I
again.
do have a little bit of stats for you guys from
A little
the
bit of
last
stats.
game. A little bit.
You know what, Pseudo? I think you need to change your gamer pseudo tag to Statman Pseudo.
Statman
Statman
Pseudo. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Statman Pseudo. Like,
Okay,
you-
so
okay,
we
what's
had
up?
40,000 gold from the side of MYA.
Okay.
40,064 to be exact. And from the side of MCB, it was 28,117 for a goal difference of 11,000.
Wow.
11,947. So almost 12,000 gold difference.
To Mystic Burdens.
Mystic Burden. And this time, the match was 12 minutes and 8 seconds.
Below the 15-minute mark, but then the goal advantage is above the 10k. And normally when the team has a 10k goal advantage, that's where you gotta think that, I think my team is a bit of a problem. How do we try to find the deficit? So the deficit will come in normally in terms of team fights, stealing the creeps, but when it's around that minute mark, the 10-minute mark already, it's kind of like that mid-game where MYA, game's plan, is supposed to finish them off instantly. It's a lead.
Correct. And it seems like this is actually a less of a fast-paced game. It's more slow-paced. And I believe we were expecting games like this. I mean, how can you have so many games that are all under 10 minutes? You gotta have slow-paced games as
But
well.
even 12 minutes is considered quite a fast pace.
It is, but it's still not done yet. We really don't know how long it's gonna take. But yeah, you're right completely. Maybe it finishes in 14, 15 minutes. We just have to wait and see.
14 minutes, 15 minutes around a mid-game. To me, a late game is above 20. Other
Above
than that,
20.
Yeah, so if you think the sort of, you know, 17 last minute.
There's
That
already
is
late
already
game,
late.
because
Yeah.
the late game sort of determined by the sort of item choices you have.
And also
so
your
that
feels.
fifth, sixth,
Yeah.
you know, when people start like 3 or 4 members of having immortality up,
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
you're in that sort of late game phase.
And then
when
you have like your levels already
crit
maxed or
items,
something.
when you start having, you know, all this extra damage, that's where you really start to see
Nice.
happen. So this is, I would say, sort of the very mid game we're having, perhaps transitioning slightly towards the late game. The 40,000 goal is interesting. Also to note that Solos playing Martis was 5, 1, and 6, and he's the only person so far to have gone past the 10,000 goal on a solo player.
Wow.
To be honest with you, Solos is a really good player, and Martis is a good hero. So
I think he just want to name his name Solos because he just want to go solo.
Yeah, I mean,
Solo,
But
solo.
I do have another interesting stat.
Yeah.
Okay, Stan,
Okay,
nice.
Pseudo, what's
so,
up?
Kings is played carry, yes?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. 1, 0, and 8. Goal 7,439. Remember the number 7439. Shadow will play Diggy 2, 1, 11. Goal 7488. Diggy had more goal than carry. And we are back in the game here. This is the second one. Missing button once again on the blue side, MYA on the red side, as carry continues to do his farming, and that is Ashi.
You can see that the NAS has been a bit of a harassment from Team MYA, and Team MYA will need to try to finish off this kill. Killing off the high loss will build a lot of confidence in them,
I
and
do like the
perhaps to
fact,
continue with
they
this.
are getting, the coin buff on both sides, top lane and bottom lane, which means they should be able to push up their goal lead ahead, because they are having a slight deficit of 400 at this point. The lockdown might be there, we'll be able to escape it out. Nope, opting not to do so, we'll get a little bit of harass.
And I don't think that Cyclops diving into the tower or the turret is a good advantage, because again, it's very squishy, and Lancelot, he can just disappear from time to time and take the fight back to him.
It looks like they will also well now. MYA opting to go in for more objectives. Being taken away here is now Turtle. And if they're quite easily taken, it's the very first one. And 2 minutes and 31 seconds, that was a chaos.
I always stress this out. Get the turtle first, and oh my goodness, Kuja, the Cyclops has been melted down.
There was really good roll coming out from the side of Lapu Lapu, yes.
I have no idea why that the Cyclops was moving to the different lane. Perhaps was helping the turtle first.
Well, he wanted obviously to move away from lane. To make sure that he isn't spotted by the enemy team, so you don't know his location.
And unfortunately, Mystic Burden took the opportunity to know that he's there.
Here we're going to see the replay out here. Nope, so right, he was actually rotating towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Does get spotted out, flickers forward, but unfortunately not quite enough to be able to sustain it.
I wouldn't say it's bad positioning, just that's unlucky.
I would say it's a poor extension.
Correct. Because the turtle is already dead, and you can just stay around your lane without, exposing your cover and stuff. But anyways, the damage has been done. MYA leading by 2 kills in the near 4th minute mark. 1,000 goal lead. Anything can still run again. You can see that play over there. That Lolita going in with one. Ashura King. Martis. Didn't have damage, but falling back.
Lolita is there just to provide support, making sure that nobody really disturbs Halcon. And that's really what they need to go into that mid sort of game. It looks like it will be taken out here. It does go over, so it's stolen away by Zon, playing on Martis there. But it looks like there will be another collapse going forward. It could be 3 on 3 as Lancelot moves towards the bottom. Hylos will be forced to move back to that mid lane to clear it up, as Carry is happily farming. Carry is currently at 2,000 gold already ahead. One of the highest in their team. And that is exactly what you need for a marksman to grow really fast and, bring that late game a little bit earlier.
Yep. I really love how, Mystic Burden able to free the space away from Carry. And speaking of freeing the space, here
comes NYA, and you know, Ashi is just gonna run away, trying to get the cover from turret. So
Wisely so.
yeah,
Here we're gonna see that next turtle is will it be enough? Solos does get locked down, completely deleted away. Barbies gets the kill. Lolita does come out with the stun across the area there, but MCB will push them away. The second turtle will go over to MCB, trying to equalize the score. It's still MYA, you know, staggering behind with 1,000 gold. Is locking out Rafael. Will they try to go in for anything in the end? It looks like it will be in, flickering forward, but opting not to go in. Finally, in the end, we're going to see that the zoning that has been thrown down. This needs to continue pushing if they want to make the best out of it, but its turret will get taken down in that bottom lane.
the turret has been given to the hands of Mystic Burden. So Mystic Burden actually won that fight. You know, having the turtle, having the kill as well. And although the high loss kind of like over pushing into the lane, but he was well aware that they don't have enough damage to take him down, and they won the turret because he was proxying most of the creeps on their lane. 6 minutes into the game already, and Mystic Burden has the comfortable lead of gold despite having one kill around. And holy moly, look at that! Hamos being Hamos down, and I think he managed to run away from trouble. Kuja with the Cyclops is able to save his dear little owl, and you know what, giving some pressure.
Does spot it out. Unfortunately, the stun is on the wrong angle, but still the damage just might be enough. Hylos will manage to hightail himself out of the danger zone, but will it be enough for them to secure it, as Lord will be spawning in the next 30 seconds. We're going to see that the goal lead is a easy peasy 700 just ahead. So it is really at a hair's width at this point. Mars is still farming out at that bottom lane, so waiting for somebody to come over there. Then there is an ambush waiting, but then again, so is everybody else. They're so cautious.
This is what they call the assassins mysteriously waiting in the bush, hunting them down.
Yes, they're living
Oh,
up to
there
their
you go.
names. And here they do. The moment you do step out of position, instantly being ganked. That was 4 members. But now you're going to see Martis pushing up, trying his very best into that bottom lane. The middle lane as well is almost going to go down. Ashi needs to be cautious and back away from this. Looks like Martis will escape through the bottom.
And Lancelot managed to take down the middle turret once, blood in the nuts, and he will slice the pineapple in high loss.
Slice the pineapple in high loss.
Technically, the nuts.
Oh, right,
yeah.
I get it. I get it. That was good.
Yay!
So, here we're going to see the lockdown once again go on to Lancelot. Does get stopped out in the end. Shadow will still heal and come out. This is why they had chosen Rafaela. If you want the counter to Diggy, because the fight would be extended and they needed to have their presence, you know, longer felt. Lapu Lapu is back up top.
Oh.
And we're going to take another short break.
And you know what? Speaking of the game, I'm not sure whether you all noticed. I think Sudo noticed the most. Like in terms of engagement, you see that how Mysterious Assassins played this assassination game. Like they hide in the bushes, waiting for that positioning. You know, a bit of overextension or overaggression, and they punish Mystic Burden instantly.
Exactly. So they're not as aggressive as they were in the first game, if you would say, MYA. They,
No, definitely they're a lot more cautious.
Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
They're waiting for the enemies to make the mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah. Whereas the last game they would just go in all the way, right?
Yeah.
And this time around, I think you just mentioned it. I wanted to actually talk about it after the game, but since we have a break, I love the Rafaela pickup. It suits the team so well, like you said, against a Diggy. Like Lancelot was trying to get the Hylas. Hylas didn't think that he's going to be taken down.
Correct.
Under the turret, the moment the turret's down,
Bye-bye.
tries to go back, but then the Rafaela's there, can't do nothing to Lancelot. So
Yeah.
I really do love that Lancelot and
I'm
Rafaela
also
pickup.
beginning to start, to notice this method is that there are, multiple support roles. So Lolita is a tank sort of support.
And
Is able
each of
to
them likes
stop.
it aggressively,
Yeah, I mean, you can be a tank support and still play aggressively, but
Correct.
the innate skill of being able to block, incoming projectiles. We saw that, stop the Cyclops ultimate
Yeah.
flying
Oh, that was good.
towards Lancelot. We also are seeing, the Angela, the Rafaela pickups here.
Yeah.
So it may be a bit premature for me to say, but the meta looks like it's evolving towards hyper carries, one or two of them, and a good supporting structure.
Correct.
Maybe the supports will have to buff up these carries and kind of build that hyper
But
part,
whether it's
deal
shields,
more
whether
damage.
it's
Correct.
stopping them
Correct.
from getting incoming damage,
Yeah.
or just healing them up from the damage already received.
One thing I noticed that Mysterious Assassins, the way they are playing it, hiding in the bush and stuff, will this affect their economy? Because you notice that a lot of them have to share the lanes, share the loot.
They do
So,
have a similar
yeah.
economy in the goal
As
difference.
much as that
Correct.
is true for the teams that are grouping up, you also, for instance, have Martis that is split pushing away. So you
Okay.
still are allowing one of your other, carries
Yes.
to make sure that enough goal is being fed. And what they see later happening, if you watch back the clip, is that Martis that joins the team and allows the next person to go out. And to do
Which is
that.
carry normally. You saw that.
Yep, so you have carry, for instance, that may opt to go and do that, or you may have high loss that just move to different sides. You also have Lolita that will then take on Jungle 3 that's there, or Jiggy as well.
So that is definitely an interesting touch when you said that the way they're doing it, they keep on replacing. But he is right when it comes to the goal difference. It is, I believe, the time we left, they were about the same.
Yeah.
They were about the same. So I think we're gonna go back into the game right now.
Yay.
And 2,000 goal difference. So Pseudo and KBC, take it away.
Soren.
We are back into it. Jeb is now going to fight Zorn. The star will go out. Lancelot is there, and the damage will just be enough. Rafaela gets that one final hit. Timing out there. The bottom turret does get taken. So if here we are looking at them once again moving as 4, we talked about them not hitting the goal deficit. Here you see Lapu Lapu split pushing again.
Yep.
And then you're going to see the 4 of them rotated down, got a tower, and are taking Lord. And this is easily going to be noticed. Down to half health already, but the team is not in position because Lapu Lapu was up there diverting attention.
Here
Now with
comes
4
the
members over there,
Hylos, the
Hylos is going to be there.
highway.
It will be secured by Lancelot in the end. Nerdas will be the next one to get dropped down there. It's a final hit. Lancelot gets the kill credit for that one, and they need to be cautious about this.
Even Diggy came in with the ultimate to
Lolita
save
still
up.
comes through, does get interrupted. Really good job done there, making sure that Lolita, can't cause even more havoc across the team. We're going to see that the spinner will be taken out by Lancelot as they begin their siege forward. Lord already coming up to the top, which is really good for them because they are going to see that 2 waves are going to crash up, and Lapu Lapu is also in position to be supporting Lord.
I was going back to the topic, even though Diggy came out his ultimate just to try to save his teammates wasn't enough, the damage output was too strong on Mysterious Assassin's side, and now they just want to damage down the turrets properly. Regarding about that gamble that we talk about, the XP or the gold loot isn't much of a difference, but now look at that.
Well, this is because of the multiple towers being taken that is leading them ahead. Here we're going to see Rafaela gets another kill. Rafaela gets the kill onto the fighter. They will get the next one up there, and now they are 8,000 ahead. All the medium waves are being cleared up by them, and with this, they should be able to transition back to mid. There's the next wave that's going to be crashing down on them. Lord does get taken. And it's a little bit of a sigh of relief. But it's not a Mystic Burden. But MYA has already taken so much away, potentially looking for yet another one as the wave is about to crash through. 6 minutes is still up, but it looks that they will not end up taking it.
Lancelot over there just harassing the turret.
Good
Although he's
harass
down.
coming back there by Cyclops, making sure that he is popped down. It looks like they will and they should back away from this.
Mystic Burden right now, I'm not sure what went wrong, whether is it the topics that we talk about them and stuff, but it feels like this isn't the team that is performing like in the regular playoffs. They are really completely stunned. At the very least, take down one lane or perhaps another 3 more turrets to make it even, but MYA is just dominating, showing us that they are the set, or perhaps they want to be the best Malaysia team.
Right, so for us was talking to us, he had mentioned about, them playing maybe a little bit of a slower pace. They do find Facebook out here. Zon will manage to pull him back with the help of Diggy. Back up in the end, it's still going to be 5 members of them. It looks like they will just slow down a little bit. As I was saying, when for us was here, when we were talking about they're playing a little bit of slow game.
Correct.
It looks like it all was a setup because they've accelerated the pace of the game
Yes.
back to where it was. And it's still the begin. Now we're going to see 2 members out here. Will they be able to do so? Jeb will get locked down under the turret, but he also is very tanky. The bottom lane is completely left open. The middle turret does take a lot of damage and is lower than half health as Lancelot continues to clear out the waves. Here we're going to see the stranglehold is true. It is now 10,000 gold ahead. Really good dodge.
I love Mystic Burden's crowd control in terms of the defense, but they have to be careful not to overcommit because they have the rest of MYA just waiting, just looking at them. And if they manage to catch one member off guard, one of these turrets will fall down eventually.
And this is like the big gamble coming up from there.
Yeah.
You always see the big wave clear coming out just to make sure that the waves don't actually hit the turrets, and that means that Solos, for instance, will be able to bring this down in a couple of hits. In fact, he will be able to bring it down in the end where one final hit will keep it alive until they will go through in the end. And now there's only one turret remaining in the base. It looks like Facebook will get caught out here. The heal will come through and it still will be enough. Helton continues to get a turret, prioritizing objectives first. The stun on Lolita. So amazing, capturing 5 people. And just like that, it will be a wipeout. MYA secures it in the end. Congratulations.
Mamma mia.
GGWP is out there. Because of prediction comes through, MYA secures it.
Ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying to you, Sudo and Faraz, if you don't love this, you don't love Mobile Legends bang bang action.
I agree with you, man. I have to say that was a beautiful game, even though I want to apologize to everyone watching at home, everyone who was here in the venue for the technical issues that we have. We're finally done with this set of matchups. Mystic Burden going up against MYA, another 2-0 for today. We had 4 games, total 4 games, and both of them 2-0s. I have to say, the first matchup, Eric just saying, versus Louvre SG, it was a cleaner fight. Whereas here, it was a little bit of a struggle.
It was a closer fight here, but still, at the end, it was decisive. And I want to mention something. Somebody from chat here. Dexter Giovanni said, for me, Dicky giving his ultimate late on the last clash went a little wrong, and I do have to agree. The timing on that was not the most optimal.
They're trying to do the crowd control to save the turrets, is it?
Yeah.
In the final fight, as the engage was going through.
You know what? Looking at the stats, honestly, I want to give the MVP to Rafaela. Like, towards the end of the game, before actually the fights in the base, I think Rafaela had the highest number of kills. And then towards the end, Solas managed to pick up a few more. And then the Lolita stun that you guys mentioned, that was amazing.
5-man there.
5-man, which is not that easy to pull off, to be honest, going up against Mystic Burdens. So it's definitely something that we want to give it away to MYA. We did talk about the fact that maybe the first game, Mystic Burden was tired after the break, but they did have a second chance at going in there. You mentioned as well, they did start out in a slow-paced MYA, but they were only setting up for a much more aggressive ending that they had in the first game.
It felt like, MYA, they're just evolved to be like, finding maybe their true calling towards playing this play style. Because when we talked before in the regular season, we were always thinking that MYA, they are playing it they have the window opportunity, but they don't want to knock it up or just open it inside here. So it's a very different style of MYA. As you can see, fruits have been rewarded to them. They are playing at the tempo. They are seizing opportunities that they already found in their hands, and they're taking it their very best. This felt like this game was supposed to be a 50-50 game.
Yep.
You found out that it'll be like a 70-30.
Okay, you know what? I think also the drafting phases here really worked out for them. In this case here, the opt-out, the change from Grok into Hylos here, it wasn't playing more aggressive. Unfortunately, people not actually playing more aggressive. And I think that's what's failing off. You go for, potentially the more aggressive option, you're leaving the safer choice behind. But the lack of aggression that doesn't suit the draft that you're doing. So the execution of the draft really comes into question as well. I mean, so if you look at here, this is one of the final fights that does get used. He uses his ultimate so quickly that the moment it's ended, that's when everything comes through. You see, he should have waited out for the fact. So Lolita was so patient. This is Jeb that was, waiting on him. They use his ultimate, perfect timing. They're going to group up together just as it's about to end. You start charging Lolita ulti, and they paid the ultimate price for it. So really well done there on the timing by Jeb to make sure that 5-man ultimate did get used.
I told you guys the reason I like MYA is because of too easy for Jeb, man. I told you he's like a father figure, and also just a cool guy, and he's an awesome Lolita player. Like I don't know where Peachism is. I wish Peachism was here. Peachism, are you around?
Peachism
right there.
Peachism is actually like hiding.
She's right there.
She actually is.
You got your aggressive Lolita player that you wanted, man. You wanted it and you got it. Too easy for Jeb. I did go with the fact that Rafaela should have been the MVP because of the kills.
Correct.
But I think the most valuable was Lolita with the stunts. Not just the second game, even the first game. Too easy for Jeb was just amazing. It's going to be an interesting game to watch. And now Aries just saying as well in the upper brackets going up against MYA.
It's crazy, right? The kings and princes are going up already. If history is to say anything, it's going to go, towards it, but it's always been relatively close.
Yeah.
But what I've seen today is that they're willing to take scrappy fights. I'm hoping to see that, but that's tomorrow.
Okay, you know what? I think that's enough of us talking. We're going to go for a very short break. When we come back, it's going to be IDNS SG going up against MYA3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Test one. Test 1, 2, check 1, 2, 2. 2. Check my 1, 2, 2, test, yeah, check. Test 1, 2, check my 1, 2.
I think there will be more surprise from Team NXL that we see here. What they keep for the final, for very grand final.
Right.
Communication is very important. Maybe something goes down. That's what we talked about earlier. Asia Science, they have this great synergy. So that's something MYA3 can work on.
Something that I think we picked up during the regular season from MY3 is that they focus on early game team fight. They focus on team fights. The problem is if they lose the early game, they cannot really finish up the end game. And this is a very big problem. When you go up against teams like IDNS. It's just like the same when we were talking about Louvre SG. If they don't everyone in the comments are hating our MMs. They're like, why are you picking MMs? Don't pick it. Do you think they'll still be able to finish off the game without an MM? It shouldn't be that hard, should it?
It should be alright. If you have like Goshen in it, you will be able to finish off the turret pretty fast. And we all know that the marksman meta is long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should not be that hard.
I'm going to draw out the scenarios that I mentioned. Very quick one.
Lay it out.
Rule number one, if MYA wants to win this game, they want to win something out here.
Right.
Forget about the next round. Go back to your winning ways.
Second
of all, IDNS, they have to play a flawless game here because they are one of the best Singaporean teams, perhaps the top one Singaporean team in this year. Most likely, there will.
There. Yeah, IO.
Oops.
It's okay. WQXD will be the cute little ball that will be floating around
That's
at Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have an aggressive top, which is they're gonna go back door. Ooh. It looks like
I'm seeing the area.
I'm not quite sure what MYA3 is up to. I think IDNS probably caught them by surprise.
They will fall back here. lowering down in HP, and he will continue to be harassed by the members of MYH, and the first blood will come into your favorite tank, Lolita.
And your favorite player is down.
Yeah, the ironic part. It's Farah
okay.
coming over here.
Farah. Well, okay, this is like a really good start of the game. Well, IDNS, I'm really liking this new lineup from IDNS. You know, maybe I'm thinking that from the regular season, they were just hiding the true potential, you know, using the typical lineup and all that. And now we see a difference in lineup.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see an Alice. You know, they have a double mage, they have Cyclops and an Alice. And at the same time, they do have a Gushian over there. So I think that will be quite interesting to see how the whole
works around,
combo
right?
will work around. Yeah.
And to be honest, I was laughing over here when the thing happened just now. Your favorite player went down.
Yeah.
Right? And Lolita went down as well, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
Lolita
No.
killed my
Oh,
favorite
Lolita.
player.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. I'm really sorry, man. How does it feel?
Heartbroken.
Okay, I understand. But again, it's early in the game. I can't tell much, but IDNS was definitely aggressive there.
Yeah.
Surprised MY3, but then MY3 responded as well. You know, it wasn't so hard for them to respond. We can see people playing Mobile Legends in the audience themselves. This is the cool
Nice.
part. This is the best part, I think, about... Okay, he laughed at us as well. I think this is the best part about tournaments like this, you know. You come down, you're able to play yourself while watching other people play. Like, that's the best part. You can't do that
Yeah.
with PC games.
And then if you find something like a small tip that you can learn, then you can use it in your game.
You can literally just take that and then
Yeah.
use it. Or, you know what you should do here? If you guys are here and are playing casually, you should just copy the items of the people right now, of all the pros, and use them in game. Use them in game, because I do watch a lot, and I do want to talk about this, because last break we didn't get enough time to talk about this. We were talking about tips and tricks for casual players. Are you okay? Do you want to talk about that for a bit?
Sure.
Is that okay? I want to talk about the fact that the best way for me, I want to introduce my way of finding tips and tricks. And I think the best thing about Mobile Legends is the fact that you can watch the top players stream
Yes.
in the game itself. You don't have to go on social media to find it out. You just find the top players and you copy what. What they're doing, not to say like, you know, you do exactly. Exactly, but you learn from them.
Yep.
That is. My tip. What do you have, Peaches? And what's your top way to get better in Mobile Legends?
I actually like to. I'm more of a. I need to experience it with my own body kind of person.
Okay.
So I play. A lot, but I play